The frail woman was repeatedly forced by her husband to abort every pregnancy, and each time, they would hold a funeral to celebrate. It wasn't until this time that her husband agreed to let her carry the child to term. To her shock, the child born was a grotesque and hideous monster. The surrounding people, frightened, quickly backed away, but her husband was overjoyed, dancing with excitement. He even put a special mask on the monstrous baby and kept it in a cage, treating it like a dog. Although the Dog King had only 3 legs, it was unusually agile, and when hungry, it would fight the dogs for food. Gradually, it adapted to this life. One day, an accidental glimpse changed its life forever. It turned out that the Dog King's father had been teaching his 2 younger brothers how to dance, but they were terribly talentless, unable to learn even the simplest moves. The Dog King, however, had an innate gift. After just one glance at the father's dance moves, it learned them and even created more elegant dances. From then on, the Dog King became obsessed with dancing, hoping to gain its father's approval. One day, when its dancing reached its peak, it grew 2 human legs and excitedly ran back to the village to share its joy. However, as it passed by a private school, the Dog King was met with strange, fearful looks from the children. Filled with resentment, it decided to remove the mask and reveal its true face. The villagers were terrified and scattered in all directions, but the Dog King, undeterred, happily danced around. That night, it stretched out its long arms to grab the villagers' weapons. But this time, it encountered a strange man. The man, far from being frightened, stared at the Dog King. It turned out that the man was blind and skilled at playing the pipa, Chinese lute. As the pipa's melody played, the Dog King couldn't help but dance along, and together, they created a beautiful dance, becoming friends. As time passed, the Dog King's dancing skills grew more refined, while the father's 2 younger brothers made no progress. Despite the father's dissatisfaction with the Dog King's performance, believing a monster should not inherit the family dance style, the Dog King did not give up on dancing. One day, during practice, it experienced a strange change. Scales grew on its back, its mouth became crooked, and its arms grew even longer. It could no longer perform on stage, but it didn't give up, deciding to create its own stage with its new friend. Slowly, the Dog King's performances attracted many people, and its body returned to a normal human form, with only its face still deformed. Its unique style made it famous, and it even earned the title of the best dancer in Kyoto, replacing its father's position. This enraged the father, who believed that his son had stolen his place. The emperor, hearing about the Dog King's feats, ordered it to perform for the pregnant concubines in the palace and required it to remove its mask after the performance. The father saw this as an opportunity and quickly agreed to the performance in place of the Dog King, planning to have the concubines see the Dog King's hideous face and have it executed.